Welcome to my studio. We are going to wake up the body and move to strengthen and work on mobility and flexibility. Think of this practice as a practice of self-inquiry and self-exploration. So as we're moving, modify what you need to modify and feel good through the movement. We'll move with our breath through the practice and we'll start seated. Oh, by the way, get some blocks, or just get one block, or one something that you can place your hand on first for just have lengthen your poses. Start seated, and if you have a blanket, you can sit up on the blanket and get comfortable, and close your eyes for just a moment and settle in to the moment. You've arrived, you're here, you've shown up. Become present. Visualizing your breath going into the lungs, filling the body with energy. Feel where you're sitting on the mat, the placement of your body. As you breathe in a little deeper, fuller breath of air, and then lengthen the exhale. One more breath, deeply inhaling, and exhale. Reach the arms up and stretch overhead. And as you reach the arms up, put your palms together. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. Palms press up. Lift the shoulders, elevation, and then lower the shoulders, depression. Reach the arms forward. Shoulders coming apart, protraction. And reaching back behind, retraction. Pulling the blades together, opening the chest. Bring the hands behind the back. Clasp your fingers, reach the knuckles towards the floor, and then reach away from you, stretching the front of the body, and then inhale and reach up again. Let's lean over to your right, up and over. Look up underneath the arm, inhaling, and then exhale, move over to the other side. Reach the elbow towards the floor. Yesterday, in the strength class, strength part of our trifecta workout. Inhale, reach up again. Let's twist to the right. It was about upper body, so I'm definitely feeling my upper body. Just that slight lean over made me hold my breath for a moment. So this is the point. As we're moving, be present and move as your body allows you to. We'll create strength and we'll create some flexibility. Reach up. Now let's lean your hands, or bring your hands back, lean back, place the feet on the floor and tip your knees side to side. So feet are wide so that your knees can tip over all the way. And I'll change the crossing of your legs. Let's do the same thing with, now I have my left reaching up, crossing in front. Clasp your hands, reach the palms up, lifting up the shoulders and then lowering them down away from the ears. So always knowing where your shoulders are, and then also your body, your trunk. Pull the front ribs in. When the arms are up, you tend to flare the front ribs. Pull the front ribs in. And now reach forward, palms forward, spread the blades apart. And then reach back. Retraction, hands behind, clasp your fingers, reach the knuckles towards the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Release and reach up. Now let's lean over this direction, elbow in, opposite arm up and over the ear. And then reach to the other side, up and over. Leaning leaning into the side. So we'll do in the class today, the structure of the class that I programmed or put together, come onto all fours, is a long sequence. Well, first we'll warm up and then have a long sequence and then have a little shorter sequence before we finish. And in table position, fingertips pressing, pull your abs in around your back, coming into or lifting the spine into cat pose. Press the top of your feet into the floor. And when you press the top of the feet into the floor, that is the position of your feet and what you'll be doing when you're going into upward facing dog. So we'll explore upward facing dog. Everyone lower down into cow pose. And then cat. And then cow. Press your feet down into the ground. So we'll work on upward facing dog, a pose that can tend to be forgotten or just like easily skirted through without much thought. So we'll pay attention to that today. Look forward. It's a back bend. Then round up. Exhale. Neutral spine. Make sure your knees, you can look knees underneath your hips and then your wrists underneath the shoulders. The tendency can be to have your knees too close, right? So make sure that you've got that position right. Press the feet into the floor. Bring your right hand behind your head. Look down, look at your thumb. Press into your fingertips in that left hand. And I can even touch like right at the base of my neck. So if you can do that, if you've got that mobility, do that. Now you're just going to rotate that right elbow down and reach for the inside of the arm and then reach, lifting up. So don't open up that side, just lift out, pointing the elbow to the side. Do it again. Rotation at the trunk. Thoracic mobility. Thoracic just means the middle of the body, the trunk. One more. So again, self-exploration and release. Opposite hand behind the head, or better, right there behind right at the base of the neck, closer to between the blades. Spread your fingers, press into your hand, and now rotate. And then lift up. So elbow out. Look what happens to the inner arm as you rotate. Turn slightly. Maybe you can reach down further or closer to the wrist. So warming up the trunk, creating more mobility with this warm up. One more. Now place the left hand on the floor. Back to the right side. This time reach the right arm to the side. Place the back of your hand on your lower back. And shoulder over wrist on that left side. And now you're going to just tip your shoulder down and then lift up. Tip the shoulder down, or actually the elbow, and then lift. Rotate. You don't bend that left elbow, just rotate. Do it one more time. And then lift up. Place your right hand on the floor, opposite hand, palm facing up. That's important. Spread your fingers, shoulders away from the ears, abs in, and then rotate. Look to the side, and then lift up. Rotate. And lift up. And do that again. And lift. One more time. And then place the hands on the floor. Cross your ankles, sit behind your heels. And scoot to the middle of the mat. Let's warm up the core. Bring the knees into your chest. Reach the legs up straight. Lower back settling onto the floor. How's that feeling for you? Pull your shoulder blades underneath your shoulders. So pull them in towards each other. Now bend your knees 90 degrees. Hands behind the ears. And keep the head on the floor and tap your right toes to the floor. And then lift up. left toes, and lift up. Do that again, repeating that motion, tapping the toes, abs in by pressing into the lower back. And then begin to extend the leg out straight, tapping out farther. And here, lift the head up, lifting the shoulders, chin neutral, reach and reach and reach. Now extend the legs straight, lift up, flex your feet, put your head down, bend your knees again, and again, tap the toes right and then left. Lower back presses into the floor, or pull it down towards the floor. Begin tapping away, further away from the glutes. Now you can lift your head. Feel the upper body engage, the upper part of the abs. Tap. Now straighten your legs and sweep. Lower your shoulders and lift up your legs. Bend your knees, lift up your head, and now let's twist to the side. Right elbow to left knee, and then center. Left elbow to right knee and center. Turn and center. Do it again. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the legs up, lower the head, reach those legs up, stretch, flex your feet, point your toes, flex, and point. Flex and point. All right, bring the hands behind the hamstrings and let's roll up. Cross your legs, hands on the floor, scoot to the middle of the mat, and tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. First one of our class. Breathe in, a big breath of air, exhale that out. Pedal your heels right and left. Let's warm up the back of your legs. Shoulders, you guys, think about your shoulders away from the ears. Tendency is to squeeze those elbows or the shoulders near the ears. I want you to move them away from the ears. Pedaling your heels. Inner arms facing each other or turning slightly forward, and then press into the index fingers and the thumbs. Lift up your right leg and stretch it out away from you. So notice where your hips are right there. When you shift forward, you're going to bring that knee in and that foot towards your right thumb and set it down as far as it'll go. And then put your knee down. Anjaneyasana, reach the arms back behind you. Inhale and reach up. Warming up the body, creating more mobility. Exhale. Flex your foot, hamstring stretch right there. Push your heel down like you're going to pull the foot back. Put your heel down, put your foot down, hands on the floor, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, lift that leg up. So keep your hips right where they are. Shift forward onto the ball of your foot, and then bring the knee in and set your foot down wherever it lands. Knee down to the mat. Inhale and reach your arms up. Exhale, half split. Flex your foot. Good. Press your heel down. All right, put the foot flat, hands on the floor. Push into the mat. Lift the left heel to your glute. Extend it back, downward facing dog. All right, so let's increase those moves, changing the direction that you're moving in or the plane of motion. Extend the right leg up, bring your right knee in, keep your hips high as you shift forward. Place your right foot beside your right thumb. Set your knee down just like we did before. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Pull your shoulders back, front ribs in. Exhale, hand to the floor. Now lift your left knee and you're going to just float side to side like this. Walk your hands. And you can move your feet. They don't have to be firmly planted. Just feel the movement. What's going on with your ankles and your knees and your hips as you move from side to side. Now bring it back to the front.
Spin it around, hands on the floor, downward facing dog. Left leg lifted up. Good job. Now bring the knee in, keep your hips high, step your left foot in, set your knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Our low lunge position, hip flexor stretching. Exhale, hamstring stretch, hips back, flex your foot in the front. Good. Now set your foot down, turn, walk it back to the back of the mat, and then the front of the mat, to the rear, and then to the front. Do that one more time. Pressing into your feet, turn, and step back plank. Here's our change. Press your fingers into the floor. You're in plank pose. So straight line from your head to your heels. Don't lift the hips up high. Right there. It's a strenuous pose. Set your knees down, everyone. All right, so we're going to lower down to the mat. Lower down. Put the tops of your feet on the floor. 3 lifts of the chest. So slide your hands down, elbows draw in, press into your fingers, lift your chest away from the floor and look forward. So you're just warming up, no worries, right? So right there, it probably feels a little stiff with your upper back and the lower back, then lower. This time, lift up, pull your shoulders back and the navel off the floor, the abs in, exhale, lower. Tuck your toes and lift up off the mat, downward facing dog. Breathe. Look forward. Bend your knees, step your feet to your hands. One giant step or several steps. Lengthen, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, and stand tall. Reach the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Press into your feet. Step to the front of your mat. Pick your toes up and set them down. Let's do a couple of half salutations. When you hinge forward, you're really hinging forward, sending your glutes back, and then at a certain point, you do have to kind of bend the back or the back rounds over. But for as long as you can, hinge forward, all the way over, sticking the glutes back, and then fold over. Hands to the floor, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. We're going to do that 2 more times, okay? So exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. When you fold, bring the hands down the center line of the body, sink the glutes back. Weight in the heels mostly, but in the balls of the feet also. Lengthen, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Where is the weight on your feet? Should be mostly in your heels. Inhale, rise. You can bring the arms out to the side here. Good. Now, let's do it again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Hinging all the way. Then look between the legs. Drop the head. Relax the shoulders and neck. Lengthen halfway. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. All right, this time, exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Same thing, hinging forward, inhale, reach, exhale, fold, and we'll add on. Lengthen, lift the head up. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Let's go through a vinyasa together. Shift forward, move the shoulders away from the ears, right? Abs in, lower the chest down, slightly gaze forward, and then lift up into cobra pose. Slide your hands, elbows in. Go ahead and lift up all the way, downward facing dog. And breathe. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Step the right foot forward, crescent pose. So stay up high, reach your arms up. Inhale, reach. Going right back down, exhale, plant the hands on the floor. And let's go through a vinyasa together. Shift forward, elbows in. Lower down, slightly gaze forward. Keep those shoulders, the fronts of the shoulders up. Top of the feet on the floor. Cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step your left foot beside your left thumb. Crescent pose. Inhale, reach the arms. Bring them up. Go ahead, exhale, hands down. Press into the floor, vinyasa. Let's do it together. Shift forward, press into your fingertips, the index fingers, thumbs. Chest comes down. This time, upward facing dog. Pull your heart through, shoulders back, abs in. Press your feet into the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Look forward, bend your knees and step to your hands. Lengthen, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. We're going to do that again as part of our warm-up. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Inhale and reach up, soften the knees, fold over, hands down the center line of the body, reaching all the way to the floor. Lengthen, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands and step back plank. Press into your fingers, shift forward, lower down, upward facing dog. Right there. Pull your heart through, shoulders back, away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. So look back first. Then as your knee comes in, keep your hips high. Turn your gaze between your thumbs. Step your right foot in. Inhale, crescent pose. Bring it right back down. Exhale, all the way down, chaturanga. Elbows draw in. Up dog. Shoulders back, heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Left foot steps through, left to left thumb. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Vinyasa. Right here. Shift. Lower chest down first. Exhale, push the floor away. Up dog. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful. Settle in. Bend your knees and look forward. Step to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And now hold right here in this fold. Reach your hands behind your back. Clasp your fingers. Reach the knuckles away from you. I want you to try to straighten the arms. Move the shoulders away from the ears. So down the back. Down right here is up. Since you're folding over. Shift the weight back into your heels. Just feel the adjustment. Shift the weight into the balls of your feet. Now press firmly into both feet equally. All four corners. Unclasp your hands, reach the hands down to your shins, lengthen, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Let's balance for a moment before we continue. Hands to your heart. Tree pose. Bring your right knee up, and you can grab your knee, pull it up. Go ahead and rotate your foot around a couple of times. Keep your balance. Then bring your knee to the side. Foot, grab your ankle, place the foot up into the groin, heel towards the groin, and hands to your heart, shoulders back. Smile. Reach up, inhaling. As you reach up, little motion, grab it. Exhale, arms down. Almost there. Then bring the knee forward, lift it up, extend the leg forward. Leg strength, hip strength, glute strength, lower down, lower down. Now let's do the other side. Standing in the right foot, right leg straight. Lift the kneecap, the right kneecap. So you're engaging that leg that much. Bring your left leg up. Rotate your foot. Press into the toes, other way. Leg to the side, just where it's comfortable, and then place your foot on the inner thigh. So abs contracted, press into your foot, engage this leg muscle. So it's less about whether or not your foot can stick to the inner thigh, it's more about your strength, holding your foot there. Now reach up, inhale. And then as you exhale, reaching
all the way, quivering, balance, all the way down. Then bring your knee forward, and then extend the leg forward, straight, and then lower. Nicely done. Now you get an idea of what your balance is like today. All right, it's okay. Inhale, reach up, self-exploration. Exhale, chair pose. Right there. You thought we were gonna fold, didn't you? Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, pull in your front ribs right here. Reach your arms, sink your glutes back more. Get the weight back mostly into your heels. Lower down more. Don't worry about where your knees are. Just keep them side by side. They can come forward like right over the toes if you look down. Now exhale, fold. Lengthen, look forward. Step back to plank. Let's vinyasa. Together, shift forward, lower down, elbows in, shoulders back, upward facing dog. Pull your heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Opening the pelvis, the hip. When you twist in downward facing dog with that one leg, or in three-limb dog, you want to keep your arms straight and parallel. So push the floor away and get the weight, or push into both hands equally. Extend the leg, straighten that right leg. Bring the right foot forward, crescent pose. Inhale, reach up. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring your hands down, knee down to the mat in the low lunge position. Hands on the inside of your foot. You can use blocks right here, lizard pose. Heel toe your foot over just a bit and turn your toes out. So hip stretch, flexors. Try to come down, maybe you can come down to your forearms and breathe. You're continuously kind of pulling that leg in toward you. Maybe you lift the left knee, breathe in, press into your fingers, inhaling and exhaling. Come up onto your hands, hand on the outside of your right foot. Let's lift the right leg up and stretch that leg up and out, bend and straighten. Extend the leg straight, turn your toes out and bend your knee, twist again. Look up underneath the arms, see your foot over there. We're not going to flip, just notice. All right, extend the leg straight. Shift forward, step your right foot beside your right thumb. Same thing, same side. Set your heel down, warrior two. Right here. Bring it up. Relax your shoulders. It's a heel to arch alignment. And warrior two. And then your knee over your ankle. So as you come into this pose, make adjustments, right? Your body is straight. Try not to lean forward. Right there, straight. And reaching your arms straight. Take the bend out of the elbows. Good. Now make a fist, then open, fist, and then open. Now bend your elbows 90 degrees and reach up. Sweep back, reverse warrior. Arms, one arm, the right arm reaching over the ear. Notice what's happening with that forward knee. It's probably dipping forward, so shift forward more. Good. Straighten the forward leg, triangle pose. Reach your right arm as far as you can. Reach, extend that arm like you're gonna grab something over there. Then bring the hand down. You can use a block right here, on the inside of your foot. So straight side body, straight leg, reach the opposite arm up. So from one hand to the other hand, straight line. Breathe in, breathe out. You want to press into the ball of your foot in the front, the big toe specifically. And now bend your forward knee, and you're just going to walk it back to the back of the mat like that. And then walk it to the other side. So just like we did in the beginning in the warm-up, here, lunging side to side. You can move your feet. They don't have to be
solidly planted flat. No flat feet, unless you want to. And then bring it in the center, right here. Reach your hands forward. Send your hips back. Wide angle fold. Standing. All right, so now press your right hand into the floor. And then you're going to lift up your left hand and reach for your shin or your knee or something over here. And kind of turn the body, twisting, wide angle fold. Press the right hand into the floor. Breathe. Relax the neck and the head. No tension there. No wasting of energy. Let's change sides. Lift the head. Walk your hand forward. You're sinking your hips back, you guys. Your hands are just reaching forward, so you're feeling the length of the sides right here. If you press into the pinky side of your arms, you'll feel the sides of your body. Now lift up the right, changing sides, and reach up underneath and look over. Maybe you can reach for the ankle. Reach the arm forward. And then bring it in, bring the hands between your feet. Bring the hands to the thighs and lift all the way up. And now you're just gonna stand up tall, pivot turn your toes to the back of the mat. So it's at an angle, bend into your knee, right here, reaching forward and back, just like we did the other direction, right? Now bend the elbows 90 degrees, and then reach up. And then reverse. Hand behind the thigh, feel that front side, knee, draw that knee back as you reach back. And then straighten the forward leg, triangle pose. Reach forward, reach forward. Use your block if you have one to use right here. Take the time, right? Just an arm extender. Press into the forward foot. Reach the right arm up and you're straightening your sides. Triangle pose. Extended triangle pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw the shoulder back. Inhale, reach. Now bend your knee. Move your block to the front as you go back to the front. And press your hands into the floor. Reach that right leg up again. Three-limb dog. Bend and straighten. Step your right foot forward again. Coming up into warrior one. So going through the warrior poses. Inhale, reach up. Knee over ankle in the front. Heel to heel alignment. Open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. We're going to stay right here in side angle for a moment. So right here, stay on your forearm or reach down, extended triangle. Fingertips to the floor, just touching. Look to the side. Open the body to the side. Breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. Everybody smile. Inhale. Exhale. Reach back. Warrior two. Windmill the hands to the floor. Cartwheel. Hands to the floor. Step back. Let's vinyasa. Hold on though. Pause. Shift forward. Elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. Think, draw the chest down to the mat. And then up dog or cobra. Pull the heart through. Press into your feet. Abs in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Other side, left leg up. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Opening up that thigh, the hip. Look over, see your foot. Extend. Knee in and place the left foot beside the left thumb. Crescent pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Lower your knee down. Lizard pose. Bring the hands down on the inside of your foot. Heel toe your foot over, foot at an angle. Breathe in. Maybe this is enough for you, shifting those hips forward, getting a good hip flexor stretch right there. or come down to the forearms. A little more difficult. Hip opener, lower back, flexors, lots going on here. Press into the hands though. Press into the fingers, the forearms, and try to get your forearms parallel, right? Inhaling and exhaling. Now lift your knee, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Walk it up onto your hands, push into the floor, lift up that left leg, 3-limb dog, stretch it out, bend and straighten. And then step your right foot through warrior two, all the way up and over, right there. Relax the arms, bend the elbows, 90 degrees, reach up, bring the right hand down behind, reverse, press into the thigh, now straighten the forward leg, coming to triangle pose, reach forward like that, and then tip the arms, the shoulders, side of the body straight, press into your feet, reach the arm over your ear. Nicely done. Now bend your knee and turn your feet parallel, Skandasana, or lunge side to side. So now, I'm just turning so I can see you somewhat. So now to bring your hands to the center, forward fold, all the way. So drop the head, relax the shoulders and the neck. Now lift up halfway and walk your hands forward as far as you can. Sink your hips back, weight in your heels. Pick your toes up and set them down. Breathe. Right hand pressing down. Reach the left hand through and grab your shin and kind of pull the body through, looking to the side. Keep pressing into the hand. Relax the neck. Shoulders away from the ears, you guys. All right, so now place that hand back where it was and then bring the other hand to the opposite leg and turn, twist. Twisting, wide angle fold. Breathe. We'll finish class with this in a seated position. So just kind of take this in, self-exploration. Bring the hand forward, nicely done. Walk the hands in. Hands to your thighs and lift up. Now let's change directions. You're going to turn your right toes out, angle this back foot, bend your knee right here, reverse, up and over the ear with the forward arm, or what is now the front. Now reach and straighten the forward leg, triangle pose the opposite way. Tip the arms down, use your block if you have it. Arm over the ear, straightening the leg, press into your feet. Reach the arm up, and then bend the knee. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, and then turn. Press your hands into the floor and step that leg back. Downward facing dog. 3-limb dog, lift that leg up. One more time, left foot through, left foot beside your left thumb. Spin your heel down, warrior one. Right there, lift up, press your foot into the floor. Open up, warrior two. Good. Reverse, side angle. Put your forearm on your thigh, reach the arm over your ear, pull the shoulder back. Maybe you can reach the fingers to the floor. Look to the side, 3 breaths. Inhaling. Press your feet into the floor like you're gluing them into the mat. Breathe in, or draw your inner thighs towards each other. Inhaling and exhaling. Don't hold your breath. Extended side angle. Bring it up. All right, warrior two. Strong warrior two first before we descend to the ground. Reach your hands. We're going to go through a vinyasa together. All right, so press your fingers into the floor, hands firmly, shift forward, elbows in, lower down, chest comes down first, up dog, pull the chest through, press the feet into the floor, exhale, downward facing dog. Shift forward, plank, lower down, all the way to the mat this time, Salandasana or locust pose. Get your body positioned well on the mat. And let's just take a moment, reflection. Press your feet into the floor, forehead just resting on the arms. Relax the shoulders, meaning bring the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the head, reach your arms to your sides. And you can turn your palms facing down. That externally rotates your shoulders. So now lift your chest and shoulders away from the floor. This is a back bend. So you're using your core strength to lift the shoulders, pull them back. Now lift the hands, a little more strength. So pull the shoulders back, right? Abs contracted, lift your legs now. Lift up. Even higher, lift the thighs. Maybe you can bring the hands and clasp behind the hips and reach the knuckles. Lift up. Pull the shoulders back, very similar to upward facing dog. Same type of feeling. Pulling the shoulders back, heart through. Abs in, firming the legs. Exhale and lower. Coming into upward facing dog. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and then slide them back more. So your wrists are underneath your elbows. Elbows draw in towards each other. So press into the feet. Let's start with cobra pose. So lift up, try to press just lightly into the floor and lift up with your core. Then also press into your feet. Your feet are going to want to try to lift. So keep them planted on the floor. Then lower. So you can do that again. Put your forehead down for a moment. Cobra pose, or if you want to, try a little more of a back bend, upward facing dog. But follow my direction. Elbows in, press into the hands, lift your head and chest away from the floor. Press into the hands, straighten the arms, right there. Shoulders back, chest through, right? And then lift the thighs. Press into your feet, shoulders back. Inhaling, exhaling, breathe in, breathe out. So now you're going to start to flip your feet, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breathe. Pedal your heels. We are done with that. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Stretch it out away from you. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Here's this shorter sequence. Rotate your foot. And you can keep rotating and stay there, or flip this over. Foot on the floor, reach the arm up and over the ear. Press into the hand on the mat. Exhale, right hand up, right leg up. 3-limb dog. Step your right foot through. And put your heel down. Warrior 2. Right there. Reach forward with your knee bent. Half moon. So reach your hand for the floor or a block, straighten your leg, left arm up, look down, and then turn your gaze side slowly, and then maybe up. Excellent work. Set your foot down, side plank. So left hand comes to the mat, and it's a little forward of your right foot. Go to the edge of your opposite foot, and stack the right foot in front and reach up, and then try... Stack your legs, body straight, flex your feet. Nicely done. Exhale, right hand to the floor, face the mat, and downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Let's do the other side. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Look up underneath the arm. Set your foot on the floor. Press into that foot and lift up all the way. Look up. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Left leg up. Inhale. Left foot beside your left thumb. Spin your heel down. Warrior 2. Right there. Reaching your arms. Straight arms. Situate yourselves well. Press your feet into the ground. Abs in. Now reach forward. Set your hand down. And then lift up your right leg. Straighten the left leg. Half moon. Right arm up. Look side. And then maybe look up. Breathe. Set your right foot on the floor. Right hand on the floor. Press into the right hand. Go to the edge of your right foot. Left foot right there in the center. Reach up, stay there, or better, or more intense, side plank. Look side. Lift the hips. Nicely done. No, look down. Let's vinyasa together. All right, shift. Lower down, shoulders away from the ears. Now pull the chest through. Lift your heart. Press into your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Set your knees down, child's pose. Big toes together. Reach your arms forward. Move your body side to side. Press into your fingers. Now lift up and let's scoot to the middle of the mat and sit. On your mat, legs forward. Scoot right there to the center. Let's do a seated twist. Bring your right foot in right there and place it on the left side like that. Then slide this heel over if that's okay and works for your body. Heel to the glute over here. Don't sit on it, and look forward. Pull that leg, lift that knee up like that. Press your foot into the floor. A lot of people will do this. Don't do that. Put your foot flat. Sit up tall. Anchor. This leg is your anchor too. Press that leg down. So I'm really firming that leg, this leg, and pressing it down. Now reach around and grab the other leg. Press your fingertips into the floor. Look over your shoulder. And don't force this twist, but press the leg down to turn your body. So the twist is happening from the middle of the body all the way up to the top of the spine. So stimulating that area of the body, the thoracic area, also up into the cervical area by turning the shoulders and the chin. And then look forward, pull that leg in, and then let's change sides. So extend your legs, opposite foot, bring it on the other side. Now you're going to lean and pull your heel to your glute. Press this foot down, press this leg down, shoulders back, look forward, square your body. Now reach around and grab your leg and look to the side first. Don't force that. What you want to do is press the leg down, this one down, and turn. It feels so much nicer to turn, kind of guiding from pressing that leg down then to twist just through the middle of the back. So your foundation is important, right? Through any move that you do, any pose. Positioning, intention, placement, firming down. And then center, long edge of the mat, wide angle legs. So wide angle. So just like we were on the long edge of the mat, folding over, and we did that twist position. So we're going to do the same thing. So just feel the difference here up against the floor. So propped up by the ground, sitting up tall first. And now you're going to just turn your body towards the back leg and then reach over and grab the outside of your foot. Inhale. Exhale, lower. One more breath. Exhale, inhale and lift up. First, center up your body, sitting up tall, and then turn towards the opposite leg. And then walk your hands along the side. And then maybe you can grab the foot. Breathe in, or the shin, like we did when we were standing, folding. And now lift and center. Now forward, fold. Inner thighs, hamstrings. Walk your hands with the arms straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Flat back. Press your legs down. Don't just have your legs hanging out there. You want to press them down and flex your feet. Inhaling, exhaling, and then walk it in. Bring your legs together. Slap it out. Drum roll. Da 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 da. All right, let's lie down on the mat. I'm going to turn my mat so that you can see me in profile. Like that. Lower down all the way. Bring your knees into your chest. Right there. Lower back on the floor first, knees into your chest. How you feeling? Just take in that moment. Close your eyes. Extend the left leg out. Keep your right knee in. We're just going to bring this knee across. Keep your knee bent. Lengthen over to the other side and reach the right arm over to the right. Feel this shoulder open up over here. I'm definitely feeling it from yesterday's focused upper body strength training. Look over to the side. Just a slight nudge against the knee. Bring that leg across. Inhaling. Smoothly exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Nicely done. Now lift up. We've already stretched the inner thighs, so we're not going to go to the other side. Extend the right leg out, left knee in. This stretch specifically for your QL muscle right at the lower back. Extend the left arm over to the left. Bring the knee across to the other side. Get your shoulders on the mat and look over the opposite way of your knee. Hand on the outside of your leg. Nicely done. You can let this right foot go over on its side. Inhaling and exhaling. Smooth, deep breaths. Notice if your breath is shallow, if your breathing is shallow. Lengthen. Expand as you inhale. And lengthen, exhale. Lift the knee up, lower back on the floor, both knees into your chest. Let's finish with happy baby. Your feet up like this, and then reach up. Arms on the inside of your knees. Bring those knees in towards your shoulders. Keep your lower back on the floor. Try to grab the outside edge of your feet like that. So your forearms are crossing in front of the shins. And you want to have the bottom of your feet facing the ceiling. So don't let your feet sickle or have your feet here. You want to have them straight up. Try to get a 90-degree angle in your knees. Pull the knees down towards your shoulders, but keep your lower back on the floor. That's important. So the tendency is to lift those legs up really high and get the lower back off the floor. Don't do that. Lower back down, but bring your feet up. Breathe. Now rock from side to side. 4, 3, big rock. 2, and then 1. And then let your feet go. Place your feet on the floor. Hands on the floor. Extend the right leg. Heel towards the corner. Left leg, heel towards the corner. And then get your lower back comfortable on the mat. If that's uncomfortable, place your feet down like this and have your knees tip in. But if you're okay with it, extend the legs out, heels towards the corners, reach your arms and turn your palms up. But do this for me. Press into the back of your hands on the floor. Lift up your elbows, right? So your arms are straight. Now draw the elbows towards your side body and then set your elbows down. Notice what happens. You've just opened up your shoulders. Let your palms rest, your fingers with their natural curve or curl. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders, the hips, the ankles, the knees, all of the joints. Scanning down your body from the crown of your head to the mind's eye, the third eye. Breathe in a deep breath of air. Exhale. To the jaw. Relaxing the jaw. Let the tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing down the neck, the shoulders. Melt into the floor. Feeling the back of the shoulders placed gently and evenly. Both arms, right and left. Down the pelvis, across the pelvis, right hip and left hip, right leg and left leg, each foot, all of your toes. Relax. 5 breaths. Inhaling. Full breath of air, then exhale. Again, deeply breathe in. And then exhale. As you breathe in the next 3 breaths of air, start to move your fingers. Inhale. Move your feet. Exhale. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Squeeze the hands around the back of your shoulders. Exhale. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Cross the arms the opposite way. Squeeze the hands around the back of your shoulders. Exhale. And then let that go. Tip the knees over to the side and then push up to a seated position. And we'll close class sitting up well. Inhale, reach your arms, palms together. Bring your hands down to your heart. And close your eyes. Tip your head right and left for a moment. And then forward, and then lift up. Bring the edge of the hands to the third eye, the mind's eye. Sit up tall though. Feeling your presence, your body. And thanks and in gratitude for our ability to practice and move together. Bring the edge of the hands to the heart, bowing your chin. And thanks. The light in me honors the light in you. Be well. Namaste. Hey, thank you. Thank you for showing up for today's program. Have a great rest of whatever you're doing today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a full body strength program. We'll have fun, all right? So join me for that over in the FBK strength group. And if you're not a part of that group, join me. All levels. No equipment required. Weights are useful in the beginning of the program. All right, see you later. Bye.